All right, welcome to Buck Don't Know Shit. It is another beautiful day in the garage. We're working on the Thunderbird. In today's video, we are going to tear the engine compartment apart. Oh, and this is future Bucky, by the way. And yeah, we do eventually get this thing back together.
All right, I am cutting belts, trying to get this fan pulley off. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be pulling all this off. I'm not gonna reuse these belts. They don't look terrible, but not sure how old they are, so might as well change them out, right? And well, I am changing them out regardless, but they're not easy to get to, some of these. So I'm actually looking at them. Don't know. The alternator one is easy. The one that goes over the water pump down to the, oh, well, that does go over the, so there's adjustment at the alternator and adjustment at the, what is that, power steering pump? Yeah. So, okay, makes sense. Still gonna cut them, but here we go. All right, just if anybody's a dummy like me, to get the fan off, got to get the 4 bolts that screw to the water pump, the actual pulley, and then it'll kind of all just so those 4 bolts go through there, go through the pulley, they hold the pulley on also, and then screw into that. So you'll have to remove the belts, move those 4 bolts, and then it should all come out. I had to pry on it a little bit, but once it got loose, the fan came right off. Nothing to it. So yeah, now I'm staring at getting closer to the engine. Actually, I think I'm gonna remove these heater core hose, that heater core hose anyway, and then I think I can get to this guy. I don't know. I might be removing the overfill next, and maybe the compressor. I'm thinking kind of get those 2 components out, kind of start working my way down. Probably the water pump will come after that. Just keep moving down the line until I get down to the timing chain cover. It's kind of exciting. I don't know. This is, of course, like everything I do, taking longer than I thought. I have been stopping. I went and ate with the family. We cooked. We did some things, watched the game for a couple hours. Sorry, Baltimore, y'all got swept. Just been taking my time, getting out here, not killing myself. It is pretty hot, but I've got all fluids drained, oil drained. You see I got most of it in containers, but some did get on the floor. So I think I'm about to call it quits, and I'm gonna get out here early tomorrow. Gonna try to bust ass at least through, lunchtime, 1 o'clock. Get a good 4 or 5 hours in on the engine, and see how far I get with this tear down. It makes so much more room in here, and I like this too because I'm gonna be able to get in here and clean all this up. One thing, this car at some point took a hell of a ding, which I'd kind of noticed this before, but as I was taking the radiator out, so you see it starts here, the bumper, then this cross member dented up good, and then of course I've showed y'all before the oil pan dented up good. So this car bottomed out on something at some point. I don't know what. It'd be interesting to know the history of, I guess, any old car you buy, but the old girl's holding up. That's really the only dent I have found on this car, so I would say we're doing pretty good. My air conditioner still had Freon in it. It was like fully charged, which surprised me. So that's good news, right? I mean, tells me something may have actually been working here. Okay, here we go. Blue wire going to my distributor. yeah, so I said I hadn't missing tools. I hadn't wrenched on anything in a while, and this wasn't exactly in the last place I wrenched. Inside the car, taking a break. This is exactly what I was looking for. My little medium length extender. There's my thermostat, I believe. So that was actually pretty easy to take off. 2 bolts. Yeah, little extender, that's all you would need. If you had everything still in the car, it would come off fairly easily. Just wanted to get a quick video of this. This is the back of the alternator. So this is coming from the block, the ground right here. And then this and this come off the wiring harness. But yeah, that's it. I just wanted to get a look at it before I unbolted everything, know where everything went. So when we put it back together, I won't be guessing. Okay, just want to get a video of this. Again, continuing on, taking stuff off, about to get the power steering pump off. Got a couple hoses, one that goes up to the windshield wipers from here, and the other one goes to the gearbox, power steering gearbox. Somebody at some point done some kind of work on this, I guess. But there it is. Got my hoses loose. It is loose. All right, we're coming along. Things are coming off the engine as expected. So, man, I've been watching a lot of terrifying videos on YouTube about engine teardowns, and I know there are so many things that could happen from this point on that could be bad, probably will be bad, but you know, we're holding out hope that we don't see anything that tells us we have to rebuild this lower end. We're gonna keep moving forward though, taking stuff off. I mean, pretty sure I can get the heads off today and get those exhaust manifolds broke off. It's Monday and I'll be here all week. I should be able to have these in the machine shop the next day or two. Be pretty much done with the engine tear down, and at that point I think I would start trying to clean up a little more in this engine bay. I don't know. I go back and forth on, should I just pull this engine out? Yeah, I know people are sitting there watching, the few people that have watched this channel. Some real car guys are probably going, absolutely, you should pull this out. But as I've discussed, I am not set up for it. I would have to get this car, I mean, I could just get it, put the wheels on it actually, and just drop it down and push it back a little bit, and I could definitely get an engine standing here, and I can buy one, and I do plan on owning one at some point, but I don't have a lot of room in my garage. It's just something else I'd have to work around. Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. I probably should pull this engine, but I don't think I'm going to. We're just gonna, like I said, heads, intake, rework the heads, clean up the intake, clean up the engine compartment, and kind of slap this thing back together and hope for the best, I guess. Which sounds kind of dumb saying it. But yeah, right now pulling an engine is beyond my scope of work. And just, you know, just live this life. I don't know if you can see that, but a few little bumps and bruises, but overall I'd say it's in pretty good shape. I will save these, you know, if anybody wants them. I don't necessarily think I'll need them, but I am going to keep them. I'm not throwing any of this stuff away, and I will either try to sell it on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, or hold on to it. I don't know. I haven't really decided. Okay, this is the driver's side. Just looking at the rocker arm assembly, the different bolts. That's the firewall right there. So, like I said, there's different markings on each head of each bolt. And don't know that it matters. Probably doesn't matter, I'm thinking. But all right, on the passenger side, same thing. The bolts all have different markings. These two don't. Those are both the SB. But then this one's got that round, like an O mark that one over there has. Again, I don't know if it matters, but I can identify these now. So, and I'll stick these in baggies and mark them as I take them off. I do think you're supposed to just loosen each one, get each one broke over, and then back them all out. So that's what we'll be doing. Yeah, so the one bolt is longer. Yeah, there it is. It looks, you see the indention, or not indentions, but where the lifter rods are hitting. I mean, but to me, very clean. Actually, looks pretty good. Yeah, just something I did while my battery was dead. I pulled this crankshaft damper and the pulley off, and the crankshaft sleeve. So didn't video that, but it was pretty simple. You have a big nut here, broke that with that guy. I think it was a 15/16. No, it was. and had 3 bolts, and the front pulley comes off kind of like the first 2 rings of it. That came off, just tapped it with a hammer, and then I was able to actually knock the damper off the rest of the way, which it was probably on about right here. Just able to tap it off. Took a second. It was on kind of tight, but I didn't have to use a puller. Just used my rubber mallet dead blow hammer, and it came right off. No issue. And then the sleeve, I actually just used this pry bar. I was able to get like behind that groove right there and, you know, pry it out fairly easily, actually. So all that came off really no problem. And so I still am going to go ahead and do intake and heads, get them off, and then I think I'll come work on the fuel pump and getting the timing chain cover off. Yeah, it bolts to the oil pan. I could take the oil pan off first, but I think I'll just do the timing chain cover.